All right, I'm letting it go hot. Let's see if we go live. But let me thank the people for hitting the play button. That means a lot. Also comment below on your thoughts on what you're hearing on this radio show. And we are hot, and I want to welcome you to the First Inning Radio Show. We are live. You can Google us on any platform. I'm the BX Bomber 2011, and you can search me on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. I talk a lot on Twitter, and Facebook and all that stuff. So today I'm along with Roger. Roger's not here, but I'm along with Michael Caputo. What's up, Mike?
How you doing, man? What's going on?
So we had a good game today. We're gonna talk about Aaron Boone.
Yeah,
in his recovery, which he looks good so far.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask you that, talk to you about that too. Aaron Boone had a surgery; he had to get on pacemaker. But he's doing better now. He's coming along, and looks like he'll be back very soon. They said by the weekend.
Well, he should be back with the team. What they said was, what I heard through Cashman was, they said that it's something that he had to do, that he was planning to do this, and it was the time that they had a slot open for him to do it. So, and they showed Aaron Boone in they have a morning Zoom meeting, the Yankees, and he played a 10-minute video about the procedure. And usually this procedure is really a minor procedure, and people usually get better in about 2 or 3 days and back to normal. You know what I mean?
I heard that too. I didn't watch the morning Zoom call, but I was listening to Brian Cashman because I think he had like a press conference or something. He was talking about Aaron Boone's surgery and the recovery. So it looks like everything's gonna be fine. You know, everything worked out, thank God, and he'll be back. You know, very soon. So that's good.
Yeah, man, we definitely needed him back, man, because he's an important part of the team because he's the one that has to get the team moving because he's the manager.
Oh, yeah, of course. I mean, you need a manager.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so it's up to him, you know, to do the job and get it right, you know, and look at the main part too is that to look at the players to see how well they're doing physically, mentally, stuff like that too. You know what I mean? To see, can they play right field? Can they play left field? Or can this guy play over here, over there? Can this guy hit? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know how he's gonna it's gonna take a lot to for him to come back to speed, let's say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because he has to go on a lot of footage unless he's watching it at the hospital bed. But I'll tell you one thing, man. The Yankees will give you a heart attack the way they play.
Yeah.
You know.
I know that. That's for sure.
I think I had a few heart attacks and died a few times watching Yankee games and came back to life. Like, what happened?
Yeah. I've been a fan of them for a long time, so I know that.
You know what I mean? But I wish him the best, man, and I wish that he comes back fast. But I was reading an article about the MLB.com put out an article about the power teams ranked to win the World Series, right? And they got us as number 2.
3. It's the Dodgers, Padres, Yankees.
Wow. So. But I still don't see as how we number 1. But yeah, we'll take number 1 though. You know what I mean? But
I knew they weren't good. They're not number 1. They're number 3. They're not putting.
Well, in the American League, let me say the American League. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, that's all right. Yeah.
But I wonder, are we really the number 1 team in the American League?
Oh yeah, I don't think there's any other team.
It's hard to believe, man, but yeah, I'll take it though. But I'm saying
maybe because we don't have the pitching, but yeah, we're definitely better than the Toronto Blue Jays, Tampa. There's nobody else. The White Sox, they're better than too. The White Sox, they have a good team, but they're not better than the Yankees. I mean, they're probably the team that has the best pitching out of the American League. They say the White Sox do, but
Yeah, I think they got good pitching, and maybe Minnesota Twins and stuff like that.
No, Minnesota, their pitching's pretty bad. The second team that has the best pitching is probably after White Sox is probably the Indians. They have that
Oh
young pitching.
yes, yes, that's what I meant to say. Cleveland.
Yeah,
Yes, you're
Shane
right.
Bieber, Plesac. Yeah, they have good pitching.
Right. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's gonna be. Yeah, but that's in a whole different league. So
Yeah,
see, but the problem is with the Yankees is that they let these stupid little teams
yeah.
like Baltimore Orioles beat us. You know what I
Oh yeah.
mean? And they can't even win a game, but then they come to Yankee Stadium and sweep us. You know what I
Yep.
mean? That's what usually happens. It's like I don't understand. Like when we have it dished, it's like they can't take it when it's dished. You
No.
know? It's like
Yeah.
it's like we don't come out on top.
Nah,
It's
that's
like
the problem.
but they got to capitalize on these little teams that ain't winning, man. That's the thing, man. Like, and I see always every year, you know how it is. Toronto, they give us a hard time.
Well, it's Toronto. It's Tampa Bay too. I mean, Tampa Bay, they destroyed us last year.
You know what I mean? So
Yep.
it's
It's
gonna
either the
be
Blue
like,
Jays, Toronto. I'm sorry, it's either the Blue Jays, Tampa, or the Red Sox. But even the Orioles sometimes. That whole division seems to give the Yankees a hard time. But the Yankees, they have to beat the teams that they're expected to beat. That's the bottom line. You can't lose to bad teams because if you can't beat bad teams, how are you going to beat the great teams? But
yeah, that's
they
true.
usually always beat up on the bad. But they've also had a lot of trouble with those teams. I don't know why, but they always usually beat them. But
It's
they
all
they
the
have good
time.
trouble.
It's
Yeah.
all the time, man. They can't get it right.
I don't know, man.
You
All the
know?
teams they've lost to in the playoffs are all bad teams. So
That's the thing too. That's what I'm trying to say. Like we get to the spot where we can beat these guys and they do nothing, man. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like, man, we got
well,
to
it's
get over that
frustrating.
hump.
Yeah, I mean, I've talked about this for a long time. I mean, we have to see if it's a different outcome this year. A new year brings hopefully better things. You know, you have to just look. You have to look at the past, and you have to put that aside now. It's a brand new season. You have to just be positive. But yeah, the Yankees are the same thing. In the playoffs, they never have a runners in scoring position. Their pitching isn't good. They make bad decision making. The managing, the Baron Boone doesn't make the right decision. He puts in the wrong guys. They have to do better, and they have too many guys that hit home runs. Like I told you, that's why I think if they face the Dodgers or the Padres, I don't know if they're going to beat those one of those teams.
That's my thing. Like I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know if they got the caliber team to really do it. In my
No,
eyes, it's like first of all, none of the team on the field 1 through 9 batting lineup is great.
yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I
their
mean?
lineup is no problem, and their bullpen is no problem. I told you
Bullpen
their
is
rotation.
phenomenal. I mean, like they
Well,
said before, no bullpen, no championship. That's just the
yeah,
way it is.
their rotation's a big problem, and that's why I don't think they're going to win. They
That's
don't
the
have the
thing.
pitching.
That's the thing, man. It's like we're
Yeah,
really banking on Kubla and Italian, to
good luck.
actually pitch great years.
Tyon, yeah, but I don't
Tyon.
know if he's going to be. I mean, they're coming off of injuries. That's the problem. One of them I think is going to be really good. I actually think one is going to be good. I think that you're going to get somebody that's going to contribute, but I don't know if it's going to be both guys. You're banking on these guys to pitch great, and they're coming off of major surgeries. But I
Right.
think one will be great. I think the guy that's going to be great is going to be Corey Kluber because he has the experience. He's pitched like longer. He has 2 Cy Youngs. And Tyon could be good, but I just don't see both guys being great. That's why I think at the deadline they're gonna have to trade for another starter.
You know what? They're gonna have to determine that, you know, when we get to that spot, in
Yeah,
the late trading deadline, and what is
oh
it,
yeah,
July to
yeah, it's
August.
July. Also, if both guys are no good, if like both of them like turn out to be duds, then the Yankees are in a lot of trouble. Like if Kluber's bad and Tyon's bad, then they're gonna be in a lot of trouble. Then they're just gonna. Then what they're gonna do is what they always do. They're gonna outscore. They're gonna have to score like 10 runs a game, like they always do. They hit home runs, and they're just back to that again. And when the playoffs come, they're not gonna win because that's all they do is try to hit home runs to win games. They don't win a game unless they hit a home run. Watch all the games. You know their record when they hit home runs, they have a winning record. When they don't hit home runs, they lose.
Yeah, yeah, you're right, man.
Yeah,
That's true. That's true, man. They're gonna have to get over that hump, man, of breaking through these teams, man. You know what I'm saying? It's
yeah.
like,
Unless they don't, yeah, exactly. Unless they don't homer, it's like they're hopeless. Like they're lost. They have to find other ways to score runs and win games. And they also need big contributions to the pitching.
now I brought up Domingo Herman now, and I'm putting up his first few batters in the game today,
Yeah,
and you know what? They were in very good positions of strike zones. I mean,
yeah, he was good. He was
really
good.
great. I'm showing them now up on the screen
I
for the
have no
people
problem with Domingo Herman, but
for the people who don't know. But you see, this is the kind of guy, like I was trying to tell you earlier, that he's on the road to redemption.
yeah.
You know,
Well,
and
he's pitching good. I have a problem with him what he did. That he hit his wife. That was horrible. But in terms of his pitching right now, he's looking good. So I don't have a problem with that. But he's got to keep up. But if he can help the team, I'm all for it. But I'm not really a fan of of him in general. But yeah, like you said, he's on the road to redemption. So we'll see how he pitches.
I mean he's through. He struck out two guys in the first,
Yeah,
and gotta pop out. But I mean his pitching location, it's pretty it's pretty good. I mean through the
yeah, I
diagram. I
guess.
was like, wow, all right. Let's see what he got now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hopefully he does well too. You know, we're banking on a team, on a starting rotation that, man, hopefully they do well. That's the only thing that the Yankees have to worry about is that starting rotation, in my opinion.
And they got to stay healthy.
And stay healthy.
The team in general has
That's
to stay
number
healthy.
one. Number two is the
Well,
pitching rotation.
Domingo Herman could be a starter. Maybe he'll make the rotation. Well, he'll probably wind up being the fifth starter. But and then when Severino comes back, then one of those guys have to go to the bullpen then, because you can't have six starters or seven starters.
Or they might get rid of a fielder.
I don't know about that. A fielder? What do you mean, like a position player?
Yeah, they might get rid of a position player.
Oh, I heard Mike Tauchman might get cut.
You know, something like that might go down.
Yeah,
You know,
maybe.
because if we're going into the playoffs and all that, you want to have more pitchers.
Oh yeah, of
You
course.
know, and then
You never
especially
have enough pitching.
and check this scenario out. Let's say if David Garcia does well, right? Domingo Herman does well, and then you got Severino. He comes back and he does well, right? When you go into the playoffs, you know how they got this thing where can you bring Cole if Cole pitches the first game, can he pitch game 3 on short rest?
Well, he did it. He did it last time, and he pitched great. It wasn't his fault they lost. It was the hitting that didn't win. They sucked.
But that's the thing. That's the difference this year. This year, we could put any one of those guys in that game 3 and hopefully win the game with them. I'm just saying if they doing well. I'm just saying if they doing well during the season. You know what I'm saying? If they solid, you know, we don't have to worry about that. A day's rest type of thing. We could put one of these
Well,
guys.
if he would pitch, he would be on 3 days rest, not 5 days, because it's short rest. So, yeah, if they brought Cole back in like a do or die game, but it most likely be like a 3-day, 3 days rest. Yeah, oh yeah, they would definitely do it. He's the best pitcher. He's the number one pitcher. They have to pitch him on a short rest.
No, exactly. But what I'm saying is if these guys do great, they don't have to put him in. They can put one of these other guys to execute that, and then he could pitch game 1 of the next round.
Yeah.
You know, but that's in perfect world. You know, I'm just talking in the perfect world.
Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I was just going to tell you this too. If Kluber and Tyon are both good, and then Cole is great, obviously, then the Yankees don't really need anything else. Then I don't think they have to make a trade if all that goes right. Then you don't have to be desperate to get a starting pitcher at the trading deadline. Then.
No.
I would still love Luis Castillo, but if the Yankees, all this works out for them, then they have a chance. I mean, then they got to steal for Kluber because that was 1 year, $11 million, and Tyon was a trade. Then the Yankees got a great, they got a great deal. I mean, everything worked out for them. Then they have a chance to really, be a World Series caliber team. But that's really like I just don't want to get my hopes up because I've seen what's happened every season that they don't stay healthy and these guys turn out to be duds. So I
Yeah,
just
that's my
maybe
thing, man. I hope not. I don't want to go through a season where we're in last place. You
no.
know what I mean?
They never finish in last place. They usually finish in second. If they make the playoffs, it's the division or the wild card. But the Yankees are going to win the division this year. It's not even a question. I don't see the Toronto Blue Jays. They have no pitching. The Yankees are going to win that division.
Yeah,
They'll
they got to, man. I don't see no way around it. You know what
yeah,
I mean? I mean,
and
they
and,
got
and
to win.
they'll also get to the World Series because, like I told you, the American League is very weak. The question is, who we going to face? The Dodgers or the Padres? Pick your poison because either one of those teams is going to be rough. And everyone thinks, oh no, if we face the Padres, it'll be easier for the Yankees. Now the Padres are good too. I wouldn't say that that's going to be easy either.
Well, the Padres, yeah, they got a team, man, with Fernando Tatis Jr. and all that over there.
Yep.
You know, but that's the
Manny
Mets
Machado.
problem. That's not really our problem. That's the Mets problem.
Well,
You know
yeah,
what
I
I
mean
mean?
the National League in general, but I'm just saying if they get to the World Series, the Padres, we're going to be playing the Padres because it's the American League against the National League. I was saying if the Yankees don't face the Dodgers, most likely they're going to face the Padres, the Yankees, if they play them.
Yeah, well, yeah, it could happen. The Dodgers or the Padres. You right?
Yeah, I mean those are the two teams. I mean everyone's picking those two teams as the favorite to make it to the World Series, and in the American League, it's going to most likely. I hope it's going to be the Yankees. I don't see any other team getting to the World Series in the American League. You really see the Blue Jays or the White Sox going? I don't think so. The Rays aren't. So who
Nah.
else?
I mean, that's the thing, man. I don't want to get to
Uh,
the playoffs and these teams hurt us.
yeah,
You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about.
they
So
need 12 more Twins. Yeah, I know.
it's like they got to get over that hump, man. They got to go in there and
Yeah.
like, yo, we're gonna blast these guys. Yo, that's it. We're gonna win.
Well, hopefully this is the year. But we've been saying this for the past 11 years. But hopefully this is it. This is the breaking point. This
Uh,
is the end of the line. I mean, this is the that's it. They got to break the curse,
it's
break the
like
ice.
it's like like this spring. To be honest with you, right? This spring training and
Yep.
this off season made me
Yep.
feel like it's like, are you gonna do it? But it's like, you know what I mean? Like, are they gonna win
Yeah.
it this year, or it's
They
like, or
gotta win it
not?
this year, man. This has to be the year. And I know we didn't like really do enough for us to be like, considered favorites to win the World Series, like to win. But I think this team, I think has they're good enough. They have to win it. There's no turning back. I think if they don't win it this year, man, I'm gonna be like, honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. Know our feelings. I think if they don't win it this year, I don't think the Yankees are ever gonna win it again. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, man, it's one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel the same way, man. They're just
I
gonna
don't
be
think
they're
they're
gonna
gonna
be
win with this
selling
group.
us a dream.
Because I've been listening to a lot of Yankee videos with a lot of Yankee content, and a lot of Yankee fans are saying that if this team doesn't win this group, this new team, this new core, I don't see the Yankees ever winning a championship with these guys like Aaron Judge, Gary Sanchez, Luis Severino, Gleyber Torres. I don't know when you're going to see a championship again. I mean, it's a shame because all these guys they're going to miss out. I mean, you mean to tell me that none of these guys are going to get a ring? Like Garrett Cole, DJ LeMahieu, Gio Urshela, Luke Voigt, Judge, Stanton, they're never going to get a ring. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's sad, man. I mean,
yeah.
I guess the last Yankee is gonna be Brett Gardner with the ring and all that.
I mean, we should have won already by now. I thought they should have won in 2017.
Yeah, me too. Me too. They should have won at that time too.
I mean, they had a 3-year window.
Yeah, they should have won in 17, and they had a chance to win in 18 and
Yeah, all those
19
years. I
too.
mean,
19.
in those 3 years, in that span,
I
they should
thought
have definitely won a championship.
I
I don't
thought
know
they
what
had
happened,
it with I thought they had it in 19 with CC and all that. The last year of
I thought so
CC.
too.
I thought it was the man, and they blow it, man. Chapman
That year
blows it.
too, yep. And even last year, yeah, and Chapman blew it. He always blows.
I can't do that no more. I can't go into the playoffs and somebody blows the game.
Yeah, he can't. If he blows it again, then that guy has to be like, that's it. You can't. Chapman has to go. If he
If I
blows it
was
again and win like a big playoff series in the World Series or whatever the ALCS, and he blows it again, that's it, man. I don't want him back. He's a choke artist.
if I was Steinbrenner, I would have him
Yeah.
fired the very next day.
Oh yeah. if he's going to be the reason we don't win, if he's going to ruin our chances to win a World Series, he's like the ultimate choke artist. He's the opposite of Mariano Rivera.
It's like, do you even trust them putting him in the game at that point? Like in the regular season, you don't care.
What they're gonna have to do is that this time they have to be smart. They cannot bring him in the game when it's a tie game. They have to bring him in when the game is a safe situation, when the Yankees are winning. If you bring him in the game where it's tied, it's over. Especially if Gary Sanchez is catching him, then you know it's over. They can't have him catch Chapman either, because those two together are a living nightmare.
And nobody on base as well. With nobody on base as well, because if that ball gets past Sanchez, like you said, forget it, man. We're gonna be.
Oh, and then once Chapman, when he starts throwing wild pitches, that's it. He gives up a home run. Everyone knows that. Once he's going wild and he loses the plate, that's it. He's gonna get rocked.
Yeah, because it's coming right down the pipe straight with no break in it or nothing, man. And he gets excited.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, remember, though, the last 2 times he did blow it 3 times. Every single time he blew it, it was a tie game. So maybe this time it'll be different because, it's a safe game. The game is the Yankees are winning. And you can't have Gary Sanchez catch him. I would have the other guy catch him, Higashioka. Gary Sanchez cannot catch Chapman. Because that he's going to call for a fastball down the middle or a hanging slider. Yeah, you just can't risk it, man.
So the Yankees should be right now working on that situation right now. You know what?
Oh, yeah.
I want Chapman to work with Higashiyawa only. That's it.
That's it.
You know what I mean? And when you come in...
the other guys, they have other catchers that they're bringing up, too. There's a lot of options they have. Robinson Torinos. I mean, they have other guys too. They don't need to use Sanchez. Sanchez can't even catch.
They got Sereno, right?
Torinos.
Right. He's a veteran catcher, which maybe you can work with him, but then you got Higashiyawa that I don't know what the Yankees really want to do with him.
I know.
You know what I mean? I don't know.
The Yankees have to worry about that when they get to that past the close games. You don't win a World Series if you close it sucks. You have to close out games. How are you going to win a game if your close is not good? That's important. He's a ninth. He's a closer. I mean, comes out in the 9th and he has to close the door.
Yeah,
and not only that, they make them pitch multiple innings in the postseason. This guy's going to come out in the 8th inning and the 9th inning. He has to shut the door. If he blows it again, Yankees are in trouble. Then they have to go look for another closer. Then.
Yeah, man, that's the thing, man. That is the thing. Like. They got to get past that, man. They got to figure out some type of way to not get into that scenario at all.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And also I was going to say, this Robinson Torinos, he's a good defensive catcher. He's very good. He can't hit, but he's excellent defensively, I heard. So that's what the Yankees need. They need someone that could, block, someone that's great defensively, that doesn't let balls pass, because Sanchez, too many pass balls. You need somebody like that because Sanchez cannot. He can't catch. I don't know. What do you make of his spring training so far? They're saying he's doing good. He's hitting home runs.
Hold on. Let me give a shout out to Yankee Man 2014 and Bryson. What's up, guys? I'm sorry I missed y'all text up there. I was too busy talking with this guy here. But let me tell you, Sanchez. I seen them on Twitter. They were working with him trying to catch those low balls.
Yeah.
And I guess what they trying to do is with the pitching is they want to throw the pitching like bounce it off the plate type of thing. You know what I mean? Like they want to really throw it low so they don't give up home runs. So here's my thing with Sanchez, right? Everybody says he sucks. I don't. Okay, they say that, but here's the thing. Right now, he's a veteran catcher. He has the experience. He's been there. He's been trying.
Good, but I'm saying, the past couple of years, he hasn't done the job. He doesn't hit for average. Too many pass balls, not good defensively. He doesn't show up in the playoffs. He's got to prove it this year because you can't go by spring training games. He could be great in spring training. Then when the regular season starts, he could be terrible. I want him to do great. I told you, I want this guy to do great. I don't want him to fail, but he's got to step up.
Sanchez will hit over 20 home runs.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
He's gonna hit over 20, but the playoff part, he looks like a deer in headlights when he's at the batter circle. And
Well,
when he
it's not
gets
just
in,
the playoffs; it's the whole entire season. He was horrible last year. He hit 147. That's unacceptable.
and
You can't do that again this year. You can't do
yo,
that again.
in the playoffs, they could throw
Not just
him. They could throw the ball towards the stand. They could throw the ball to the dugout, and he'll swing
he's
at it.
terrible in the playoffs. Oh yeah, he's really bad. And he was horrible again. Why do you think they sat him the whole entire playoffs? They didn't even play him. They played the other guy, Yashioka. They didn't even want to play him. And he wonders why he was benched. I mean, he wasn't doing good. He can't do that again, and he'll get benched again.
Yeah, I mean, he needs to come back this year. You know, as a great player, man. He's got it. He's got it.
This is his last chance because if he does bad again, he's gone. He's getting cut. I mean, he's not going to survive another season with them. I think it's all. This is the last. This is the last straw, man. This is it. Do or die for him. If he's bad again and has another bad season, he hits low for average. He's gone. They're not bringing him back. I think they made it clear already. So, yeah, let's see what happens.
You know what? I think so too, man. How many years he got left? He got like 2 years left.
2 years. He's got this year and next. So I don't think the Yankees are gonna I don't think they're gonna waste any time. As soon as he struggles this year, if he does, I don't think they're gonna waste any time. I don't think they're gonna hesitate. I think right out of the gate they're gonna cut him. I don't think they're gonna give him another year after this. I think they're just gonna cut him in the middle of the season or in the off season.
They could just release him. Just get rid of him. I don't know, man. Just put him
if he does great, then he stays. I guess the Yankees will keep him, but I don't see him getting a contract extension. I don't see him getting.
If he does well, they'll give it to him. I think they will.
But it's not going to be a long one. It's going to be probably only a 2 or 3 year deal.
Yeah, I would give him 2 years. 2 years max, and then with a third year for option. Something
I
like that.
think it's going to be more along the lines of a 2 year deal. I don't even think he's going to get that. I think it's going to be a 2 year deal. There's no way you got it.
Because the question is now with the contract deal. The question is now with Sanchez is, okay, if he gets better now, is this his peak? You know what I'm saying? And then if we sign this guy, does he decline? He's got
to do good in the regular season. That's the whole entire thing. If he does good, then he saves his season. And the guy, he's got to hit at least 260. He can't hit 150 or one. He's got to hit all over 200.
I'll tell you one thing: if the Yankees win the World Series this year, Gary Sanchez is the greatest catcher of all time. If we win the World Series, though. Because we're gonna forget about everything we said about him.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't go as far as saying that. I mean, he's not going to be the reason they win. It's going to be a team effort. I think they're going to just try to use the other guy, and they're going to probably split time in between with both of them. But I mean, the Yankees don't need Gary Sanchez to win a World Series. You know, they could win without him. Just saying.
Well, we need him to go through the season. You know what I mean? We need him to get us to the playoffs. Now, the question is, do we use him in the playoffs? That's up to the manager. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So,
I know what you mean.
So, hopefully, what I'm saying is that everybody's expandable for a World Series title here.
Well, this is a very big year for this whole entire team. I think it's a big year for Judge, a big year for Torres, a big year for Sanchez, because this is really going to tell everything this year. To who's going to really be on this team for the future. I mean, if Aaron Judge can't stay healthy, I'm not giving him a huge contract extension. If Gleyber Torres doesn't stay healthy, I'm not giving him a huge. I'm not giving.
That's another problem. That's another problem. Aaron Judge, Giancarlo, Aaron Hicks. You know, he's coming back from injury. Well, not really.
Forget about Aaron Hicks. Aaron Hicks has 4 years, and Aaron Hicks is not
But he's injury prone. That's the problem with this guy.
He's always hurt. The whole team is injury prone.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So hopefully these guys could muscle through it, and just keep playing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and Stanton, forget about Stanton. You're stuck with that guy for the next 6 years, so you got to bite the bullet with that one. We're stuck with that guy. We can't do anything about Giancarlo. We have to just there's no way the Yankees are going to get rid of that guy. I don't know how the hell they're going to ever get rid of that contract. It's going to be impossible. He's making $36 million a year. I don't know what team's going to want him. The Yankees are stuck. They're just stuck with him, they were stuck with Ellsbury. They can't get rid of that contract.
Yeah, man, it's gonna suck. They're gonna send him home, man, and be like, "Yo, has anybody ever seen Ellsbury though? Outside or is he alive?
He's
Does
alive. I don't know
anybody
what he's. I
know?
don't think he plays baseball anymore. I don't. Yeah, it's a
Like,
great point you brought up. I don't even know if this guy's playing. I think he retired. I don't even know what team he went to. I think I heard he went to the Diamondbacks, but that was
nah,
like a
he didn't
year
go
or two.
nowhere. He didn't go nowhere. He was absent. He never did nothing after the Yankees
No, I
cut him.
think he's like in he. I think he's playing in like the farm system or something, or the minors. He's not going to make it. That guy was a joke. What a joke of a baseball player he was. He was good early on in his career, but then he just broke down when he went to the Yankees. I don't know
Yo,
what
I
happened.
was at that game, man, where he hit the center field wall, and we
Yeah,
never saw Jacoby Ellsbury ever again. I was at
I
that
remember
game.
that.
I was,
Yeah,
I watched him, and I said, oh snap, here he goes. He gonna get it. Bam, he got it. He
yeah.
smashed into the wall, and then forget it, man. I thought he was
That guy
good.
sucked. Yeah, that was a waste of money. Too many years. The Yankees just never learned their lesson with these big contracts. They have to. I mean, Garrett Cole was worth it, but Stanton, Ellsbury, they never learned their lesson with these huge contracts. They have to stop giving these guys 10, 12 years. But all these teams give huge contracts now. Look at Mike Trout. He got 14 years, 420 million. Mookie Betts got 13 years, 400 million.
Yeah, crazy numbers.
Bryce Harper got 13 years. But these contracts, they're ridiculous. These
Crazy
guys should
numbers.
not be getting that many years. No way.
But to talk about the wall though, right? The
Yeah.
wall, that is
Yeah.
a hard wall because um there's been a few times I got to go on the field, right? And I've tried to run into the wall. I actually have footage of it somewhere. I gotta find it.
Okay.
I got footage of me going into the wall as hard as I can. Yo, that hurts. Yo, that wall is like running into cement, yo.
Yeah, man, it's gotta hurt, man.
And you know another thing too? I don't know how the hell a player hasn't broke their arm or something on that, you know, that scoreboard that's on the field on the warning track?
Yeah.
Right? Okay, so they have like it's like plexiglass there. But then it comes out. There's like a ledge that like it's like it's inside of the wall, right? And then there's like a ledge of like maybe like 5 inches, right?
Yeah.
So it's like 5 inches into the wall, the scoreboard, right? And that ledge, those ledges on top and the bottom on the sides, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If
you hit into that, if you hit into that, you smash into that.
What? Yo, you breaking something, yo. You know how hard that is? Yo, I felt that, yo. I was like, yo, that's crazy. And I'm not
Imagine
even
what
running
they feel when they hit into that. That must freaking hurt.
Yeah, and they running full speed. So, and I'm running half speed, you know, like, you know, not to hurt myself, but I'm running just to try to feel it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I wouldn't even take a risk on that, but it must be so much pain when you hit into that. It's horrible. But getting back to with the Yankees, well, it's going to come down to what we just talked about, the health. Their pitching has to be great. They have to hit in the clutch. Can't go for home runs. And the Yankees are going to play the Dodgers and the Padres, man. It looks like we're going to get there, but we have to just keep, our fingers crossed and that this team stays healthy and everything works out. Kluber, Tyon. I mean, I hope, Garrett Cole's going to be great. LeMahieu's going to be great. Aaron Judge. I'm looking for him to have a big season.
Yeah, man, we need them. That's all we banking on, man. That's all we could bank on is them having a great season. That's it, man.
Maybe they could still make a trade at the deadline, but if those guys are all great, their rotation doesn't really need anybody. If that whole, after Garrett Cole, like I said, Kluber, Tyon, if they pitch great, you don't really need to, you're not so desperate to get a pitcher, I guess. And then Severino's coming back. I don't know how he's going to pitch.
No, that's we're gonna figure that out later down the line. Right now is just let's just get to opening day, safely. you know what I mean?
I was just gonna say we have to get there with all these guys healthy. They can't have one single injury. If it's an injury of somebody that's like minor, I don't care. But all the big guys, like all the major, the everyday players, all of them have to stay healthy.
Yeah.
Everyone. I don't want to see one guy that has to go on the IL and they're gonna miss opening day.
Because
everybody, that's a miracle if that happens.
Right.
The Yankees have not went to a season where everybody healthy. Well, last year they did because it was a pandemic. Remember, they got all those injuries, and then when the pandemic hit, they had all those months to, recuperate, and they got everybody back. They were lucky because it was a short season.
Yeah.
But
you're right, man. You're right. But you know what I was gonna say is that they just got to make it to spring training, and that would make us believe that we can do it.
It's
You
a
know what
start
I'm
of
saying?
something. If they can
Because
stay healthy for a full season, it'll be a
right,
miracle. But
right.
remember,
Because once one guy gets hurt, like you said, it's like,
yeah,
oh man, now we ain't gonna do it now.
yeah, we're
You know what
back
I
to square
mean?
one again.
You know
If
what I
one guy
mean?
gets injured, here we go. I mean,
Exactly.
it turns into a huge. That's it. Like injuries, they got like 10 injuries. This team, they get 10 injuries in a week. Look at what happened last year when they Aaron Judge and Stanton went down in a week or 2 weeks. They were hurt. I mean, they
Because
couldn't stay healthy for.
let's say for the baseball universe, right?
Yeah,
That one year, 2019, was the worst year we ever had, right? With all the injuries and all that. How
well, yeah.
come let the baseball universe let this year be the year that the Yankees don't get injured? Not
Yeah,
one
and with the
player.
World Series, and talk about the injuries, they've had injuries every single year, man. 19, 18, 17. This year, they
Yeah.
get last year they get injuries every year. I think they always step up though when they get these injuries, but I don't want to see all these guys down and have to use backup players. I want to see the main guys play. I want to see
Yeah.
the
Every
players
day.
that we all see and we all know, the everyday
Exactly.
players.
Exactly, man.
Yeah,
Exactly. That's all we got to do, man. So
yeah,
I guess we said our piece, man. It's been a
yeah.
good show, man. I think
Everything was good. Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, we said everything. We covered everything. So
you know
that about wraps it up.
yeah, man. All we need now is the manager to come back, and then we
Mm-hmm.
good. You know what I mean?
Yep,
And he'll be back fine. So
yep.
that's it, man. So let's thank everybody for listening and watching, and hopefully you guys watch us on the next one. Please hit the notification bell, hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. It means a lot. I'm thankful for you guys for hitting the comments. Yankee Man 2014. Thank you for so much for commenting as well and watching. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter, BXBomber 2011. It's all the same. Judge had a great start to 2020 year, but got injured, of course. Ridiculous. Don't worry, man. This is gonna be the year the Yankees get through it. I'm promising you this, and hopefully they come out good at the end. But thank you for watching. It's been a great Friday. Hey, let's pray for our troops. Let's pray for our first responders. And so long, everybody, and see you in the next one.